Hey everyone, my name is Ursula Delmar and welcome back to my channel. Uh, well, it's been a good minute. I forgot to upload this week, so I was like, ish. But like, the tea is, I have like 3 followers, but like, I'm trying to like stay consistent and we're trying to like, make this YouTubing thing a thing. But until then, we're just like doing amateurish. It's like, I'm not used to being on film. Well, I'm used to taking pictures and da-da-da, but like, you don't have to like, really speak or like, because there's always touching up and everything. But I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who has been, there for me since like the very beginning, which was like 3 weeks ago, and like, yeah, I mean, whatever. But, so tonight we're talking about episode 3 of Survivor, which is our just, we love Survivor here. But check out this makeup. We have a show tonight later. Like, if you notice the pattern is I always like to like, film my whatever before I do a show because it's just like when I look the prettiest or whatever. So tonight we are talking about episode 3. I was actually just watching it while I was getting ready. I mean, I watched it before, but I was like, let's get ready. Let's, rewatch it. Let's jot down notes and everything, So let's dive right in, shall we? Perfect. Oh, lol. We'll censor that out. Okay, so let's scroll to the beginning of the episode. So the beginning of the episode opens up with, like, basically it starts off with the last elimination, which, frankly, I forgot who was eliminated last. I think it was, Danny. Danny was eliminated last. So it starts off by Adam playing both sides of the fence, and as he's playing both sides of the fence, we get like this kind of like weird like, kind of like future breaking, like, Adam fucked up, so like, because he fucked up, now guess what? He's gonna be at the bottom. And it's fine, like, in my opinion, I think Adam should have like kept his mouth shut, and he should like, if anything I learned from this episode was that like you have to be careful of like how many people you talk to, and like that you're not perceived as being one way or another. Because if you're perceived as like playing both sides of the fence, then people aren't gonna wanna fuck with you. I should probably not use swear words, but okay, work. So we start off with Adam is playing both sides of the fence, and people are starting to pick up on it. They're like, girl, don't do it. But, so I'm gonna start, like, I'm gonna use a bit more like slang with how I talk, because I've noticed that. I was like, you know what, let's just be more of myself, and let's just, dive right in. Dive. So we find out who gets the fire token, and that is Denise. She gets the fire token. And then Denise was also given the other half of the immunity idol at the last tribal council. So now she has 2 halves that equal 1 full blown out idol, which is good because like now it's in her back pocket and perfect. So So then that leaves like Rob and Poverty at the bottom after they like ate one of their own like old school survivors. And Rob and Poverty are at the bottom. So we fast forward, and then we're like, going through the episode and whatever. So as we're going through the episode, Adam decides to spill the tea to Ethan. And by him spilling the tea to Ethan, then after Ethan finds out, he like obviously goes and tells his closest ally, because like why would you not protect like your closest ally? So Ethan goes and talks to Rob about like, I keep calling him Robert, but whatever. So Ethan goes and talks to Rob about, he's like, hey Rob, they're trying to move Poverty out, because like they were like this. So then after Adam spills the tea to Ethan, that's when like the cookie starts crumbling, like it starts going, it's like, like everyone's like bum 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 bum, I don't know, like I'm still trying to like do this whole thing, so just bear with me. So Adam spills the tea to Ethan. So then after he spills the tea to Ethan, Ethan relays it back to Rob, and then Rob relays it back to Poverty, obviously, because I mean, they're in an alliance together. Why would you not give crucial information out to your alliance members, especially if they're like about to be eliminated, right? Perfect. So then after So we have this cute little, like, after this segment, we have this cute little thing where, like, Sandra's, like, helping catch a shark, which I thought was really cute, but then, like, she was, like, she gave us this line, and she was like, this is my last time playing. Basically, it's after she's done with this, she's gonna retire, and then, boom. We don't have Sandra on the show anymore. Super sad. But I decided to mark that down on my notes, because I was like, maybe it's noteworthy, maybe it's not. And it is her 5th time playing. So then this leaves Tyson at the bottom because, like, Tyson, like, decides to throw Sandra's name out, and then it gets back to Sandra. I mean, like, the tea is, it's like, I really like Yul, and I like how, like, Yul was looking out for Sandra because, like, he trusts Sandra more than he trusts, Tyson. I'm sorry about all this. I had to, like, stop, adjust my lip. For some reason, I keep, like, doing my lips, like, really crooked, and it bugs the shit out of me. Oh, there we go again, we're gonna get demonetized, girls. Okay, whatever. Let's forget I said that S word. We'll, like, put, like, a dolphin noise whenever we have an editor to help us, like, behind it. So then, where were we? Okay. So Yul spills the tea to Sandra, and then they do another, like, segment. Like another segue. So then we're back at the edge of extinction. Which, like, to me, like, the edge of extinction is really becoming its own, like, thing. Da, da, da. I love it. I like how they even give, like, I feel like if it was any other season, well, I didn't even watch the Edge of Extinction original season, but I like it on this platform because on this platform it gives, like, the people, like, there's, like, I feel like the stakes are just so, like, they're, like, raised up here, and it's just like, wow, like, just, like, the gameplay and everything, and it's just so dramatic, and I live for the, like, you know, the drama and the everything, you know. So then we go to the thing where it's like, so they receive tree mail, and then there's, like, these scrolls, and there's, like, shells attached to them and everything, right? So then they are, LOL, I literally got interrupted while filming this, and then I lost my train of thought completely, so I apologize. But I will pick up on the last note that I had, which was like, so they're getting tree mail, and then there's all these shells attached to the tree mail. And then it says, like, everything you need within, like, you know, to open the box, da da da. Well, I mean, girl, okay, I'm gonna be realistic. I'm expecting everyone to watch this to at least know or keep up. So, like, it's more like, this isn't like a breakdown of, like, what happens. It's more like my commentary and my opinions and my thoughts on what's, like, the episode, you know? It's not like, I'm not gonna break it down and be, like, super, like, analyzing everything, because it's just not who I am. Like, I'm just telling it from, like, a storytelling, like, a TV show point of view. So I just want to clarify that. So, like, if you guys are like, oh, Ursi, why are you not, like, explaining things thoroughly? And it's like, girl, I expect you to, like, know what's happening, and, like, I just want to express my thoughts and opinions on it. That's basically it. Hopefully I'll get better, and I will get more feedback, and, you know, we'll keep growing, but, you know, one step at a time. And I just want to get comfortable in front of a camera to begin with, so I apologize. We're working on it, slowly. Okay, so Natalie ends up getting, like, the advantage, and then the advantage is basically, like, a steal a vote. So what I thought was really, like, smart was because Natalie, like, she thought about it, and then she was like, okay, who can I give it to that's in the game that will probably take it and probably will, like, because it had something, like, really, really interesting, and it was like, you have to go to the other camp, sneak away, and there's just, like, more, like, layers on layers on layers. So then what happens is that Natalie sends her advantage, well, not sends, but, like, you know what I mean, she sends it to sell to Sarah, and then Sarah ends up buying it, which I thought was really clever, because Sarah successfully played it on Michaela, and since she did that, Michaela was voted out. And I think it was really, really smart of Natalie to do that, because, like, if Natalie knows her shit, and honestly, Natalie, I stan her. She's, like, my favorite. Like, she was, like, in my top 5, like, when it first started, and then she got voted off first, which hurt. But now she is, like, up to 3 fire tokens with this one included, I think. Yeah, because it's episode yeah, 3 fire tokens, which is like amazing. Like she has like almost like I think she has the most amount of tokens. Well, I watched episode 4, so I'm trying to like not spill that tea, and I'm trying to like stay within like episode three's tea, you know. So then Natalie, she's like, girl, she's like, who can I give it to? Da da da. But she's thinking all of this in her head because we don't get a view. So she like decides to like, you know, offer her or like, you know, sell her advantage to Sarah, and then Sarah buys like, well, she pays for it and she buys it. I'm living for Natalie. I think she's doing an amazing job. I hope she like is able to like free herself from like Extinction Island and like go towards the game, because I feel like if she TST, I feel like if Natalie makes it to the top 4 or 3, she should definitely win. Like she would get my vote. Like she was out first. Da da da. Very history repeating itself. But so then this leads us to like the segment of like Sarah and Tony trying to get this advantage, but like Tony's mostly just helping Sarah. But then, oh girl, this was giving me anxiety. I was like, what if she gets caught? X, Y, and Z. Da 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 da. So, but she ends up like, you know, like leaving the other tribe, like, and it's pretty peachy because like she ends up leaving the tribe, and after she leaves the tribe, she has her advantage because she was able to find it, and no one was like actually like able to see her like take the advantage, which I thought was pretty. Girl, what is this? Hold on. This like, side note, this wig is like kind of ratty, kind of shitty, so my bad. I don't have my spritz on me. Okay, so let me talk about this wig for like a hot sec. So I got this wig like for like 2 months, 2 or 3 months ago. It was beautiful. Like it cost like a good amount of money, and they were saying like, oh, it's half human, half synthetic, right? But the synthetic fibers that they used are shit, like shit. But I like this. Hopefully we'll get her redone in like a nice little cute, very like human hair type of material. But then back, I literally just got off track. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. So then oh yeah, Sarah, anxiety, the camp, she got it. She got the advantage. She zipped out. Oh, but that whole segment was like stressful. So let's go back to our notes. Her advantage is to steal a vote, offers it to Sarah, who takes it. Natalie there. Natalie has 3 tokens, lol. Oh, so I did write a note that like she crushed the other like tree mail that the other contestants got, and she was like, well, you guys aren't gonna get it basically, and if you do get it, then like the shells are not gonna be accurate, so you cannot open it. If just, you know, which I thought was really clever, because she was like, you know. So then it goes to the tribal council challenge, which Blue ends up losing. Well, hold on. Yeah, Blue Selani loses, and then when they go back to camp, like they're like full on like sitting down, like no one's willing to break away from the group. It's like so serious and so everything, and it's just so like, ooh, you can sense the tension in the air, and I live for it. We live for all kinds of tension, and then. So we have like, you know, we have like a good montage of like people scrambling and X, Y, and Z. So I'm trying to make this like a bit more detailed, because like I feel like the last time I recorded this, it was like a lot like rushed and like less condensed, and I'm trying to like spill more tea and like, you know, let you guys know of what's actually happening, and like, you know, just be more in depth. LOL, you guys. So I was just recording for like 10 minutes, spilling the tea and everything, right? Guess what? Turns out it wasn't even on, I wasn't even recording, and here we are again. Starting back off where we ended up, and I'm so like perplexed. So like, okay, let's do this. So then Adam decides to spill the tea to Rob, and then Rob relays it to Poverty, and then this has this whole thing, because then Rob goes to Adam's alliance, and he tells them that he told them the plan to vote out Poverty. which doesn't go well because then like Adam's alliance is like, well, should we vote Adam out because we can't trust him, right? So fast forward to tribal council. We're just gonna fast forward this because I don't want to like like whatever. I feel kind of dumb for like filming for like 10 minutes, not even getting any of it down. But basically, we're back. We're like fast forwarding to tribal council, and then at this point, Adam's alliance doesn't trust him because he spilled the tea to Rob about voting out Poverty. But then they also have this dilemma of like not voting out Adam because they want to make sure that Rob and Poverty's alliance is like weakened. So they decide to target Ethan, which I thought was more of a better strategic move, was to target Ethan over Adam because Adam is still a number towards them. But I understand their like concerns because it's like, well, if Adam is playing both sides of the fence, he could flip on us in any moment. So we go down to the votes, and it's basically like how it breaks down is Ethan has the most votes, second to most vote is Adam, and then the only vote against Poverty was Adam's vote. Yeah, that was not a good play for Adam because like now nobody trusts him, and like this episode really centered like around him. And it was because like the real tea is that he kept his mouth shut and not told Rob about Poverty. Poverty would have been going home. But I like Poverty, so we'll see. We'll see how things shake down. But that's kind of like my overview, spilling the tea on Survivor for like episode 3. And I'm sorry if this was like really erratic and spastic and like, like really choppy and all over the place. But I was like, if I don't film this tonight, I don't know, like I may not film it at all. And I just have to like, I don't know. I'm like still trying to get used to filming videos and still trying to get used to being on camera and still editing and like putting it all together. It's all very new to me. So bear with me. We're trying it. And I just want to say thank you very much for like watching this video. And yeah, like we're still learning. We're still trying. And I really enjoyed this episode. I will do episode 4 pretty soon. And yeah. My name is Ursula Delmar, and thank you very much. Let's pause. These poses are ugly, so I'll probably just crop them out. I lied, I can't edit them out because I don't really know, but thank you very much.